Así tío.
I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies, this hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening, is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots, you a bird feeder. Claiming he a demon, what's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him, this shit light. It ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm doing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire. Ran with me, and I had a nigga spin like a tire. A down to D, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. IHBK, Kentucky, podcast, Cryout, Spell Not. You know, we had to entertain y'all a little bit with, with two of the greatest rappers on earth, our brothers. You feel me? But yeah, this is our podcast. What we do, we bring out viral videos, and we break them down, with the scriptures to prove, what's right and what's wrong about it.
You feel me? And then so some of these videos, they may be like scripts or plays or whatever, and some of them may be real life, but either way they don't went viral, so the priest of the Lord got to break them down.
Right.
Understand? If there's any videos out there that y'all see that y'all want us to break down, you know what I'm saying, all you got to do is message them to us. You can message them to Cryout Spare Not podcast page or one of our personal pages, or you can email them to us at cryout.sparenot.podcast@gmail.com.
Right.
We also got them Cryout Spare Not t-shirts. You understand? Small $20 donation help support the podcast. We get it rocking and rolling.
Right. That's right. So yeah, we're gonna start off with the first video. We got a couple on tonight. And you already know what we gotta get into. Y'all know what's going on out in the world. And that's another thing about this podcast, if I could, before we start the video. The podcast is so important because everybody go to the internet for all their problems and for information and stuff like that. So that's what we gonna use, to show you, what's going on in the world. We gonna talk about what Israel is talking about. And what Israel is talking about is the stuff that's going around virally on the internet.
The pain is worse than you can imagine.
It's like sitting on shards of glass. And I hope that's PG rated enough. It is the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my 47 years on this planet.
At the same time, demand for vaccines is outpacing supply, leading to long lines like you see there at clinics for those that are trying to get the shots. Joining us now is Dr. Michael Osterholm.
If I may, I know we should play the video all the way through, but those are all gay men. Gay men.
Right.
You feel me? Two men fucking together naked in a bedroom. Those is all gay men. You feel me? And they trying to get the vaccine. But look, hold on, wait, if I may. They trying to get the vaccine. It just came out a month ago. They in line trying to get the vaccine already. Instead of just stop being gay. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I could real quick, you hear how he said it's like he's sitting on shards of glass?
Ugh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't want to be a disgusting, nasty sexual deviant, then
right.
It wouldn't feel like you were sitting on shards of glass.
Right, but you want to be a homosexual. And it's the funny thing, this ain't nothing new. Monkeypox was here before. AIDS, all that stuff was here before, man. You feel me? And these kingdoms, they failed though. These kingdoms like America, they failed. So a lot of the information, stuff like that, the Pacifics got lost. But monkeypox was here before. We read that in class this week. I think every brother in the school read that scripture. Matter of fact, we're going to get it, matter of fact, after the video.
He leads the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota. Good morning, Dr. Osterholm. First and foremost, let's just start from the beginning. How exactly is monkeypox spread?
Well, as much as many people don't want to accept this, it is primarily a sexually transmitted infection. Just like herpes or syphilis, anytime you have contact with a lesion on some part of your body. Now, not everybody gets it from sexually transmitted routes. For example, if you do have contaminated bedding or towels, or even physical contact, a parent who might have a lesion on their arm touching a child. But generally speaking, it is largely sexually transmitted. And it's also very limited in many ways into who is getting infected. It's a very small group of very highly sexually active gay men generally that are getting infected with this. Many gay men have very little risk of getting infected with this virus.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I know a lot of people in that community are concerned about possibly sort of being demonized, if you will, or looked at differently, similar to what we saw with the AIDS crisis. This is not just men and women or homosexuals having sex. This could also be someone who's heterosexual, although you're saying that's the majority. But what needs to be done, I guess, to make sure that that group is not ostracized when trying to get the help that they need?
Well, first of all, from a public health standpoint, our job is to call balls and strikes. Just tell it like it is. If you look today at the best data we have on sexual practices across both heterosexual and gay populations, we see in the United States that about 52% of gay men have between 0 and 11 partners in a lifetime. But there is on the upper end of that scale 10% that have more than 101 and about 1.9% that have more than 400 partners over a lifetime. And when you look at those risks, it's much higher in that group that's having a large number of partners. In the Netherlands, for example, a recent study showed that 44% of the new monkeypox cases had participated in group sex in the time period that they likely got infected. And so we have to emphasize that. Why? Because we do have a major shortage of vaccine. Remember, the whole world wants this right now. The United States is not even leading in terms of numbers. Spain has 5 times as many cases per population as we do. United Kingdom twice as many. And so the whole world wants vaccine right now, and we just don't have it. So we've got to target how we use vaccine, and targeting it means we've got to get it to those at highest risk.
So, Doctor, do you find it troubling, let's talk about those vaccines, that we are still in the COVID-19 pandemic, and here we are faced with another public health emergency, and once again, the United States is not able to keep up with the required vaccines for people who need them?
So basically, these people will risk feeling like they sitting on shards of glass just to have homosexual sex, just to be gay.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's where it's at. That's where we at as a human being. Do you know that being gay was labeled a mental disorder all the way up into the 1976, the psychoanalysis. You hear me? I love saying that word because I don't even know how I can pronounce it. But no, that's what they call it. They call it psychoanalysis, and they study your brain. And that's what they said. They say that if you're gay, you got a mental disorder. It's just like having sex with a dog, having sex with a tree. It's just not
right.
what you want to do.
And if I could, real quick, one of the things the doctor was saying was how these homosexuals would have like multiple sex partners, like sex groups, and have anywhere upwards of 400 partners.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we in a code if we tell you that having a.
That's so heavy what you just said. I gotta touch on it, man. That's so heavy, man, because they're telling them to limit the homosexual sex they have. That's what they telling the LGBT community. But we in a cult. We crazy. We evil because we say a man can have more than one woman. But they telling them just limit the gay sex. Just limit it. Not that it's evil. You're gonna kill everybody. Everybody's gonna die. They ain't saying that. They just say, just stop having so much gay sex. Just chill. But we say a man can have more than one woman. They look at us like we fucking got 2 horns growing out our head.
We the most evil people on the face of the planet. And that is completely lawful. That's completely lawful.
Right. You hear me? How they gonna tell us what God say is wrong, but what they say is right? But what they say is killing people, and you're getting monkeypox and feel like you're sitting on shards of glass. But if I could, you know, we got the scriptures. You know, that's what we do best. National K on the Comanche Hunter. You feel me? So I'm gonna share the screen with the scripture. If you can read it for me real quick, and then whichever ones you pull out.
All right, kind out one kind. This is Exodus chapter 9, verse 8. And the Lord said unto Moses and unto Aaron, take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it towards the heavens in a sign of Pharaoh, in the sight of Pharaoh.
Sight of Pharaoh. That's because the Lord wanted Egypt and Pharaoh and them to see that what's about to happen is coming from Moses. Even though it was the Lord doing it, he wanted them to know that it's because of Moses. It's because he's dealing with Moses. He loved Moses. He loved Moses' people, which is the children of Israel. Because this is during the time where blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians was in slavery in Egypt. You feel me? And we're in Egypt again, and Moses said that was going to happen. But now I don't want to get off topic, so let's go to the next
one. Exodus 9, verse 9. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon a boil.
Oil?
A boil.
What monkeypox
breaking
is?
forth.
What's monkeypox?
A boil.
Oil.
A boil.
That's what I say. This stuff ain't new. This stuff happened before. This stuff been happening before because of the gay sex, man. Now, during this time, you know, the Lord did it to the Egyptians just to show them that they need to let us go. But of course, we know the Egyptians was having gay sex. If you look at the pyramids, they was having homosexual sex too. You feel me? They was homosexuals, and they kingdom fell. And just like America kingdom gonna fall, and we gonna rule the planet. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is gonna rule the planet, man. Because we've been taught that we is nothing in this place. We don't even think it's even possible. You feel me? It don't even fathom in our brain that we could ever rule the whole planet. But the so-called white man is doing it, and he is a damn deviant, a fornicator. He's telling you can have sex with men, and it started monkeypox. Donald Trump, when the COVID came, told you to drink bleach. So if they could run the earth, I'm pretty sure we'd do a good job too. I think we'd do a better job. You feel me? So lock it.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah.
And it became a boil breaking forth with blains upon man and upon beast.
Yeah, but that's it. I can't hear you. What you say?
I tell you, one of the deer or something it was on Facebook the other day. It was like a deer or something that had monkeypox on it too.
A deer?
A deer, yeah.
Oh, they having sex with the deers now. That ain't nothing new. I wouldn't be surprised if these white folks having sex with them deers. I promise you, I would not be surprised. But that shows what they do. And that's what it's stuff. That's why it's called monkeypox. Somebody probably had sex with a monkey or something. Ain't no telling what they doing, man. But yeah, if you're done with that one, we can go to the next video.
You want to give Revelations 18 and 4?
Oh yeah, hold on, I got you. Hold on, wait. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me share the screen.
Because, like, if I could, this is what our people need to start worrying about instead of worrying about trying to do 18 and 4. 18. Instead of trying to worry about being like everybody else and doing what everybody else is doing, and then taking this sexual deviance and saying that it's a right thing, a liberating thing to do. The commercial you see on TV with the pills for the AIDS and HIV to get undetected and stay undetected, and gay pride and all this disgusting acts that the Most High definitely hates. This is what we need to do as a people, so we don't have to worry about them plagues. Go ahead.
I got you. It's Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Come out of her, my people. It's not talking about everybody up under the sun. It's talking about a specific people. The people that come from the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The chosen people of the Most High. the Lord's chosen people. Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
See, the Most High, no matter what that filthy Christian church tell you, the Most High hates sinners. You know what I'm saying? Right. The Most High never says, nowhere in the Bible does it say, love the sinner but hate the sin. The Most High hates the sinner and the sin. You know what I'm saying? So what we need to do, so we ain't partakers of these plagues like AIDS, HIV, monkeypox. What we need to do is turn away from all them sins and stop being like this oppressor, and we won't receive none of them plagues. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's heavy.
That's all I have.
No, that's heavy. That scripture's so heavy. I brought that out in class yesterday too, because the simple fact is, this John the Revelator having a vision. You feel me? He having a vision of the future, of stuff he's seeing, and he's seeing the death and destruction that's gonna happen if you try to do what all these heathen nations doing, and the Lord not being with us. You know, we're gonna be dying at a high rate, way higher than everybody else is dying. You feel me? Like just like with the diseases, like that come from eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Black people dying from diabetes, heart pressure, heart failure, all that stuff, way more than anybody else, because we cannot eat that stuff. They could do it, but we can't. That's the whole point of this scripture. They can sin and get away with it. We cannot. That's why when we sin, we suffer. They sin and they flourish. They running the whole planet. You feel me?
Right.
But hold on, wait. Okay, yeah, that's the end of that. So if you're done with that, we can go to the next video. Probably go over the time just a little bit, but it's all good. Let's see where we at. We're gonna get into Brittany Griner, because that's a little bit in season. It's a lot.
I've been walking with my face turned to. I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going.
Now, if I may, Salakia, if I may, they're doing a prayer dance.
Oh my!
All studs. Do you see this? These is all studs.
With my face turned
they doing a prayer dance for Brittany Griner. These is women. These is all women. These are women, man.
Oh man!
But they dress like men and they doing a prayer dance. They doing a prayer dance for Brittany Griner because she got locked up in Russia, got caught with a weed pen. Them little pens, you put weed oil in it, you smoke it, it's just like you smoking a blunt, but it looked more like, like you could get away with it. And guess what? She didn't get away with it. But guess what? It's hella people in Russia smoking weed pens. They ain't going to jail. You know why? Because what we just brought out, come out of her, my people. You feel me? Come out of her. We got to stop thinking we can get away with what these heathens do. God see everything we do, man. We got to, Brittany Griner, she done found out. Ain't no getting away with that, man. Ain't no getting away with what you done, man. The Lord see all the stuff we do, man. They doing a prayer dance. Let me play it one more time.
I've been walking.
Salakia, my bad. I hate the double back. It's like they remember that song, Wade in the Water, Wade in the Water, chill. That's what it sounds like. It's like like the gay community is like they like, you know, they going, you feel me? Like they got civil rights. They all the stuff black people had to go through being free from slavery. It's like they trying to act like that's what they going through. Like, man, if they don't get their ass the hell out of here.
With my face turned to the sun, weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Man, you gotta be outside your goddamn mind. What the heck? Is this the new civil rights movement?
If I could real quick.
Man, go ahead. Go ahead. Lock it. This one's good.
Yeah, if I could real quick. I heard an article where Brittany Griner, like, she didn't even make that, and she was saying that these guys did more harm than good. You know what I'm saying? And then another point I'd like to make out, with all the harsh sentences that black and brown men have got here in America for having weed. Like, I just read an article where a man in Mississippi got life for 2 ounces of weed.
Damn.
Nobody, they ain't doing no prayer dance for him. You know what I'm saying? But we can do one for Brittany Griner because she plays basketball. Because she's a woman that can put a basketball in the. We can do prayer dance for her, but we can't do it for the black and brown men in America.
You know why I'm saying that? You a priest of the Lord, because you know we finna go to another video before we even get into the scriptures about this incident. The UPK stance on this, we're gonna get into that at the last video we bring out. But the next video is what you just said. Because you think because you a basketball player, you supposed to do this and get away with no, it's not true. And them singing "Wade in the Water" ain't gonna help nothing neither, man. Real talk.
Right.
Not gonna help nothing neither. But if I could, we got a series of videos for this whole incident real quick, and then we'll just get on with the rest of the show. Here go now. Okay, now this video is so heavy to me because Brittany Griner's situation, they say, if it was LeBron, they wouldn't have done that. And that's true. You're right. If it was a high school basketball star, they wouldn't have done that. You're right. But let me show you why. This video is going to show why her being a WNBA player means nothing to America. You hear me?
Interesting to see if they can do that again today, knock down those shots.
Immediately an offensive rebound, and in speaking with both coaches, both Stephanie White and Holly Warlick knew that the board was going to be vitally important. Up into the bottom of the board, Tennessee with lots of chances. The referees are letting them play down inside as Clemens Green comes out of the backcourt. Oh, look at that.
Salakia. Salakia. That is why Brittany Griner ass is sitting over there and LeBron ass would have been home. Look at this one more time. Look at this sequence. Look at this sequence of women's basketball. And then now you're going to see why if it was LeBron, they would have got him. Yeah, that's true. They would have. He fucking brings trillions of dollars to the fucking America by just knowing how to play basketball. Look at this shit. What the fuck is that? What the hell was that,
yeah,
man?
But if I could real quick, LeBron wouldn't have been dumb enough to go over there to Russia with a weed pen in his bag in the first damn place.
And And then,
like, bitch, you stupid for that. Why would you do that?
Right. And that's heavy because,
you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother country.
That's what she was doing. She in the WNBA, but because they don't make that much money, because of that video we just played, they're trash. It's not fun to watch. Look at this sequence, like they in high school or elementary school. These is college players on scholarship. They can't even hit a layup. I don't care if you're a woman, you can't even hit a layup. You got a scholarship to play basketball. You can't even hit a wide open layup. That's why the hell they would have got LeBron and not you. But anyway, you feel me? She's over there in Russia because she's playing for their basketball team and the WNBA and another team in Europe because they don't make enough money. So she got to basically have 3 jobs to try to make money off basketball because she is 6'9" female. You feel me? And she don't have nothing else to offer. She don't know how. She'll have no other skills but basketball. And
Brittany Griner is still one of the highest paid in the NBA.
Oh yeah, the WNBA.
Yeah, she's one of the highest paid players in the WNBA. I'm saying she is paid. You know, making $50,000, $300,000 a season. And 36 games saying that is more than average American.
Hell yeah.
You know, like, I don't pay $30,000 for a game. You know what I'm saying?
She thinks she a man. You know, like the studs we was playing in the first video. They think they men, so therefore she thinks she's supposed to get paid $100 million, $200 million a year. When that's not true. Y'all trash.
Crazy about that. And also the WNBA only plays like what, 36 games a season?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You don't even play.
Man, look,
they don't have no the I've never a woman in a WNBA jersey. I've never seen anybody in a WNBA jersey. You know what I'm saying? None of that. I haven't never seen none of that.
Trash.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? In the mind of a feminist, in the mind of a feminist, and in the mind of a homosexual, they think that they're supposed to get everything a man.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. She's 6'9". She thinks she's supposed to get paid like Shaq. And that just ain't
don't
true.
even do half the work that the men do. Right. Right.
That's crazy. But yeah, though. So we'll go to the next video. This is ending for the
she's done what, twice? You dunked the ball twice. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like you ain't dunk on nobody. You ain't dunk on nobody. It was like a fast break. You dunked on a fast break. You ain't dunk on nobody.
Are you supposed to dunk off vertical? Fuck out of here.
Right.
But yeah, though, I'm gonna play this last video concerning. Now this is a heterosexual, you feel me? I ain't gonna say heterosexual, but this is a stud getting thrown out the house by a woman. You feel me? A stud. This is a gay woman getting thrown out the house. You feel me? Because the simple fact is, it's unlawful. It's unlawful. Brittany Griner, what she's doing is unlawful. She's paying for it right now, just like this stud paid Salakia. Hey, what would you do? What would you do if your girl threw you out like that? Hey, what would you do? It only reason why this happened because this is a girl on girl. Can you actually see another man getting thrown out the house, even if he was a little man, getting thrown out the house like that? It's impossible, man. Because that type of lifestyle is forbidden, man, in the house of the Lord, man. You're gonna be put to death if you committing those type of acts against yourself.
The first time I seen that video, I thought that was a 12-year-old boy getting thrown out the house.
By his mama.
Right, then after I watched it about 20 times, I realized, oh, that's a grown dyke getting thrown out the house.
That's a stud. That is a dyke. You feel me? Got thrown out the crib because guess what? They cheat too. So look, you say you don't want to be with a man, right? Because he having sex with more than one woman. And then, so you gonna go get you a girlfriend, and she gonna cheat on you too. But guess what? You gonna be able to throw her out the house. You gonna be able to throw her out the house like this. Man, you ain't throwing me out like this. You got to say, I'm a one.
Nah.
That's what you got to say to me. But this good dyke, you gonna just toss them out the crib. But I mean, it is what it is, though. But look, if I may,
oh man,
the whole point of this is that Brittany Griner and the lifestyle she's living is unlawful. Smoking weed is unlawful. Being a dyke is unlawful. But we just gonna talk about the weed because the whole point of this is about her getting locked up. That's the whole point of all this outrage. She went to jail. So let's see what the Lord say about her going to jail and what she went to jail for. You can read that for me, Warrior.
Ecclesiasticus 38:4. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord has created medicine out of the earth.
Right. Okay. So
the stuff that is wise.
So the stuff that grows out of the earth, the Lord make medicines out of that. You hear me? The Lord make medicines out of the earth. The stuff that's in the earth, the plants and stuff that grows is medicine. Opioid is medicine. Weed is medicine. All these different herbs and stuff that you smoking and you making drugs out of is medicines in the earth. So this is the UPK stands on Brittany Griner. Go ahead.
And he that is wise will not abhor them.
And he that is wise will not take the weed that's supposed to be medicine, the marijuana, and roll it up and smoke it every day, 10 times a day. You will not take opioid and shoot it up your veins so you can get high off heroin. You will not pop a million Percocets when it's only supposed to take one for pain. The doctors tell you when they prescribe you pain medicine, take it for pain. They don't say, hey, take it 3 times a day just to get high. Take it 10 times a day to get high. They say take it for pain as needed. Because all this stuff can cause an addiction. And that's why the Lord said, he that is wise will not abhor them. Because these medicines, you can become an addict. And then you could be in Russia with a vape pen, and now you locked up for 9 years. You went over there to Russia to play basketball, and now you locked up for 9 years, man. Stop it. You go ahead.
And that's so heavy what you're saying, because when you're told, when the doctor tell you to take this medicine or this painkiller or anything like that, it's because you're either in pain or you're sick.
Right.
And then when you're not sick, you're not supposed to take this pain. If you're not in pain, you're not supposed to take this medicine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then that's why everybody, you know what I'm saying, people look at crackheads that smoke crack and call them junkies, or people that do heroin call them junkies. Well, you a weed head, you a junkie too.
Yeah, right.
There's no difference between that, because like you were saying, to the point you were saying that the weed from the earth is supposed to be medicine. If you're sick, then you take the medicine. If you're not sick, you're not supposed to take that medicine.
Right.
And then when you put fire to it, it makes it something completely different than medicine.
Right. Yep. And that's why the Lord say don't abhor them, because once you start abuse. Once you start abusing the medicines in earth, you become an addict. It went from it being for medicinal reasons to now you just an addict. You a drug addict. You feel me? Straight like that. But yeah, that's the end of that, unless you got some more you want to bring out.
Nah, that's all right.
All right, now, well, I'm gonna go to the next video.
It was funny. That was funny as hell though.
What does a submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, they're always like, oh, how you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's rotten. I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like, he's rotten. But I love that. Like, I want him to be that. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. And I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining, but my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like, I'm just embracing it. Like, that's who I am. Like, if I love you, I can heal you.
It's your joy.
It is my joy. You know, I love to see him eating the meal that I cooked. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest, you know? So know what that means. And that works for us because he wants what I have to offer.
What are you getting from all that you're giving? What are you?
It was bringing out was real heavy. You feel me? That is exactly how a woman is supposed to treat her man. You feel me? That's exactly how it's supposed to go. Everything she just said, that's how it's supposed to go. You feel me? He's supposed to be spoiled. You feel me? You supposed to treat your man so good that he ain't thinking about getting another. Why would he want to get another one when you just so perfect? Your whole duty is to please him. Your whole duty is to make him happy. Why the hell would a nigga want to go get another one? Even though he can, but why would he? If he just so comfortable with you and what you offer, you feel me? Like real talk. So what she was saying is heavy though. Like that's how a woman's supposed to spoil her nigga. You feel me? With whatever she can offer. You feel me? Love, money, support, whatever. You feel me? That's how it's supposed to go. But our women is ass backwards. You feel me? They done turned into basically they all prostitutes. Basically all our women is prostitutes. And they don't want to admit it. They use Instagram and all this goofy stuff they want to make to just say that they not a prostitute. You feel me? All our women are prostitutes. They want sugar daddies. You feel me? They want sugar daddies. They want you to be with them and pay for everything. Like they did all this fighting for women's rights and equal pay just for to not want to give up the money? That don't even make sense. So y'all did all this fighting for equal pay and women's rights just so you could take the money and be selfish and be above your nigga, be above your man, not help your man, not support your man, and now you wondering about why he going to go get another one? Come on, man, that don't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. But yeah, if I could, I want to play the video.
Asking for in return.
Oh no, wait, no, you go ahead. My bad. You go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna go to piggyback on what you were just saying. It's like these women will prostitute themselves out, want to make you pay for everything, make you pay their bills or do this and do that. Like, what would you do if you didn't have him? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you do without that? Like, was you just living under a rock before you met him? Like, right. It just don't make no sense.
And the thing that hurt me the most is when I researched and looked up the fight for women's rights and equal pay, and then they got it
right.
Just to not want to give none of the money to the man. Why? When men paid all the bills and women stayed home with the kids, it was no problem. So now y'all getting equal pay. Why the hell we can't do that? It's a lot. You feel me? Y'all making more money than we making. But y'all telling me you don't even want to go half on the rent. So what are you doing with your money? What are you doing with it? Buying nails, hair, jagging it off on Fashion Nova and whatever else. You feel me? But I want to play it again.
What does a submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants in life. I pretty much read his mind. So it's like if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning.
And that's true. Women is studying they niggas. You got you a woman, just know she's studying everything you do. You think she don't know that passcode to your phone? You a goddamn fool. It's a lot here.
I know how you are about midday. I know when you're in this mood, what you mean. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, they're always like, oh, how are you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's rotten. I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like he's rotten. But
that's how he should be. You feel me? A woman supposed to be so good to her man when he's spoiled. He knows she got his back. He know his bag packed. He knows she got the food. He know this. He know that.
I love that. Like I want him to be that.
But this is the thing I always say. We keep running in the ops. You know, I'm from Chicago. That's what we call your enemy, the ops. And that's what we keep running into. We ain't running into sisters. Like we getting women and we thinking we got us a sister. Man, the whole time it's a op. You feel me? You land in the bed with your opposition. She thinking about how to ways to get over on you, deceive you, you know, take from you, hurt you, all that. Compete with you, how to compete with you. She's studying you in a bad way. This sister right here is studying her man in a good way to where she can please him way better. You feel me?
Yeah, I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. And I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining, but my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like, I'm just embracing it. Like, that's who I am. Like, if I love you, I can heal you. It's your joy. It is my joy. You know, I love to see him eating the meal that I cook. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest.
Bing bong. She said, I found joy in being your rest. The sister say she found joy in just being her nigga's peace. Knowing that when she come around, you feel me, he's at peace. You feel me? When they in around each other, he at peace. That basically is all she wants. She ain't say nothing about no money. She said nothing about he pay all the bills, he trick off, he buy me Gucci and Birkin bags. She say, I feel good just off knowing I'm his peace. That's crazy. And it's a lot of sisters out here like this. It's just hard to find them. That's all. It's hard to find them. So if I could, we get into the scripture about this video. If you could read that for me one time.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 18. And the Lord said, and the Lord God said, it is not good that a man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him.
It's not good that a man should be alone. You feel me? He said, I will make him a helpmeet. You feel me? Not somebody that wants to be head of household. Not somebody that wants to take the kids away from you. You feel me? Not somebody that wants to take all your money and child support. He said, I'm going to make you a helpmeet. Somebody that's going to help you. You feel me? That's going to make you feel comfortable, man. Make you at rest, like she said. She said, I want to be his rest, his peace. You feel me? That's what the Lord made a woman for, to be a man's peace. Not to buy you a Birkin bag or to spend all his money trying to impress you with designer clothes and all that stuff. That is not what a man made. I mean, that's not what God made a woman for. God made a woman to be a man's peace. You feel me? And that's exactly basically what she was breaking down. You know? And it's a lot of women out here that like that, but it's just hard to find. So, you know, all we got to do is just, you feel me? Keep looking and you will find you one. But if you settle with you a wicked bitch, then, you know, you're going to deal with wicked stuff. And that's on you. There's definitely sisters out there that want to be your peace. You just got to find it. So, yeah, if you're done with that, we can go to the next video. Shalak, I can hear you.
31 and 10.
31 and 10. verse 31. Oh, yeah, that's AHYASAYAP bread and butter right there.
You hear me?
31 and 10. All right, this is Proverbs 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman?
Who can find this woman? You know what I'm saying? Now, just because a woman has that box, don't mean she's a virtuous. They don't make her virtuous just because she got that box or may have a job. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make her virtuous. Go ahead.
For her price is far above rubies.
That virtuous woman, that woman that does take care of a man, the woman that does care how she feels, the woman that does do things for her man and treat him right and cares about how he's doing and wants to be his peace instead of his problem. That's a virtuous woman.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And her price is far above rubies. It's much better. Like the scriptures say, I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than keep house with a wicked woman. You understand? Right. Like nobody wants to come home to a bunch of bullshit all the goddamn time. You understand? Be that man's peace. Don't try to be his opposition and try to compete with him. Let the man be the man and follow his lead.
Let the man be a man.
That's what makes a virtuous woman.
What you said was just so happy. Let a man be a man. You hear me? Let a man be a man.
I mean, really, we could read out down if we want to. We'll leave it there. But I mean, verse 31, 10 down, go on that if you really want to.
Yeah, but for time's sake, you know, we already, like I said, we're gonna be over the time because we still got like 2 more videos. So we'll just go to this next one. And y'all, that's why y'all need to get in the class. Get in the class, you can get these scriptures broke down the whole chapter if you need it.
They said the afro was legal. Am I right or wrong? That's right. That's what they said. It was legal. We can sport an afro. All right. This man, there's a lot of brothers here. This man here's got an afro. This is an afro right here. Or somewhat of an afro. It's not big, no. But they want us to wear skin head. What they call it? High and tight. High and tight. It's not my culture. Am I right or wrong? They come over here. They get, all right, a Vietnamese girl. She called me a nigger. A nigga, a Vietnamese girl. I know it's not part of their language. Can't nobody tell me that's part of their language. But I'm going to go over here. The beast, you know that. See, we go over here. We fight. Okay, we fight to defend the water we drink, the land we grow our food on, and our way of culture. We also fight to protect Rockefeller's foundations. We fight to protect J.P. Kennedy's foundation. All these different kind of foundations that the black man can't partake of, you understand? And then we go back. We're continuously harass. It's not necessary. This ain't what we heard. This is what we know. See, we've seen it from the bird's eye point of view. We are the people here now, see. We see it now. This ain't what we heard, you know.
I know y'all haven't been out in the Ville. Now, just like you said, these Oriental people don't know where the word nigga came from or nothing. They have to learn how to speak it. You go out there in that Ville. The first time I come over here, I goes out in the Ville. I falls into one of these places, and I'm thrown out because I'm black, you know? Because I'm black. They don't like us. They say, we start trouble. Now, who done put this stuff in their mind? You know what I mean? The beasts came over here and brainwashed these people. We get out here and try to do our thing, and they want to downrate us. Right on. Because we're black. Because the beasts came over here and told them that we ain't nothing but trouble. Right because we got a strong rapper and they scared we're going to take the women away.
Right. You know what I mean? Well, wait a minute. Let me tell you something about down south. Let's say down high in July this year right here, when the so-called the beasts, this is what we call them because they act savage and barbarous like animals.
Now these brothers, man, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I'm not even gonna lie. These my niggas right here. You hear me? The way they talking, the slang. These the niggas. Like they in the U.S. Army, 1970. But this is the salt of the earth, man. You hear me? This is who the Lord wanted to run this place, man. You hear me? They poured from the ghetto. Way more players. You feel me? Who do you think is supposed to rule the earth? Them or the so-called white man? You feel me? Just listening to them talk and, you know, all that. It's just like, man, this is salt of earth right here, man. But what they don't understand is separation is the key. You feel me? Separation is the key. They wanted all they talking about is their culture, the afros, you know, just all the stuff they going through, their culture. And of course, we got the answer for that. How to keep your culture. Because they was dropping some real shit. Like, they was dropping some real truth in that, man. If you could get that.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Right.
Get yourselves together. Hey, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. It's that simple. These brothers didn't know this, though. The HBK just got established in 1969. Right. 1970. So they didn't know this. So they not at fault. But what they got to understand is that we a nation not desired. That's why when they was over there in Asia, the Asians was calling them niggas. Don't even know what it means. Don't even know what they mean. Did you hear how they kept calling the white man a beast? Did you hear that? You ain't peeped that, did you?
Beast, yeah.
They kept calling in 1970. They was calling the white man a beast. The Bible calls the white man a beast. You feel me?
Yes, right.
Man, hold on. Let me just play this again. I got to
go back. We're continuously harassed. It's not necessary. This ain't what we heard. This is what we know. See, we've seen it from the bird's eye point of view. We are the people here now. See, we see it now. They said the afro was legal. Am I right or wrong? That's what they said. It was legal. We can sport an afro. All right. This man, there's a lot of brothers here. This man here's got an afro. This is an afro right here. Or somewhat of an afro. It's not big, no. But they want us to wear skinhead. What they call it?
So we're skinhead. They want us to look like the damn what the Aryan nation.
It's not my culture.
It's not my culture. It's not my culture. That Hebrew Israelite stuff is in our blood, and we ain't even know it. Why is not our culture? Why not? Right. Why would he say that? Because it's in our blood. Jeremiah 31 and 31 say he's gonna put the law in our inward hearts. Where it ain't gonna be nothing we can do about it. You feel me? It's just gonna come out of us when he don't even know what the hell he's saying. He don't even know what he's saying. It's so heavy, and we planned it in 2022. When they recorded this video in 1970, they didn't know that this was gonna be played in 2022, going viral on the internet, getting millions of views and likes and shares and comments. They didn't know that, but what they were saying was in their inward hearts, like Jeremiah 31 and 31 said. This is our culture.
Am I right around? They come over here, they get, all right, a Vietnamese girl. She called me a nigga. A Vietnamese girl. I know.
Why would a Vietnamese girl call him a nigga? Why? Why? Because of the beast. You have to fornicate with the beast to prosper.
It's not part of their language. Can't nobody tell me it's part of their language. But I'm gonna go over here. The beast, you know that. See, we fight. Okay, we fight to defend the water we drink, the land we grow our food on, and our way of culture. We also fight to protect Rockefeller's foundations. We fight to protect J.P. Kennedy's foundation. All these different kind of foundations that the black man can't partake of. You understand? And then we go back. We're continuously harassed. It's not necessary. This ain't what we heard. This is what we know. See, we've seen it from the bird's eye point of view. We are the people here now. See, we see it now. This ain't what we heard. You know.
Now, just like you said, these people don't know how to where the word nigga came from or nothing. They have to learn how to speak it. You go out there in that Ville. The first time I come over here, I goes out in the Ville. I falls into one of these places. And I'm thrown out because I'm black, you know? Because I'm black. They don't like us. They say we start trouble. Now who done put this stuff in their mind?
Are you fucking kidding me? Man, look, this is ain't nothing new under the sun. Who is putting this in their mind? The white man is the devil. The Bible speaks of. They knew this back in 1970.
You know what I mean? The beast came over
crazy. What's crazy about this is, even though black people from World War I, World War II, You know what I'm saying? Going around to all these different countries and having all these being called niggas in all these different countries. You know what I'm saying? Black people still wanted to join the goddamn march, even though they know how much segregated it is. And that's what I was just gonna say. They still won't join the damn army today, which makes entirely no sense because you fighting for a country that's never fought for you. Yeah, that was one of the points Muhammad Ali came out with back then. Why he didn't want to sign up for the draft? Because why am I going to fight for a country that's never fought for me? I can't even go downtown and after Muhammad Ali won the gold medal, he couldn't go downtown Louisville and get a cup of coffee. And, you know what I'm saying? Because everything was still segregated at that time.
That's so crazy. That's why I say when I saw this video, man, it kind of hurt me a little bit, man. Cause I say, man, we going through the same
Brainwash these people
again.
We get out here and try to do our thing, and they want to downrate us.
They won't let us
because we're
just
black.
do us.
BC came over here and told us that we ain't nothing but trouble. Because we got a strong rapper and they scared we're gonna take the women away.
That's why that Zephaniah 2:1 is. Yeah, that's why that Zephaniah 2:1 is so heavy. Gather yourself together, O nation not desired. You know what I'm saying? Now we've done gathered ourselves together now as became the Command General Yohana. We have an army. You know what I'm saying? We have our own army. We don't need the white man's army no more. Yeah, that's why that's the Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. That's why that scripture is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't gather together not to decay. We don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? We got our own army. It's the army of Yahawashi. We're ignorantly called Jesus Christ.
They don't belong up. That's all it is. They don't belong up. That's what it is, and they realize that. They say, then we fighting for the land that we live and grow our food on. But now you're not. You're fighting for white supremacy. You hear me? That's what you're fighting.
Another thing that's crazy about the in the 1970s, going into the 1980s, that's when the women's rights movement and the feminist movement started hitting real hard in the 70s and the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And while all the men was over in Asia and over there fighting for America, you know what I'm saying? They over here brainwashing our women to be feminists and turn their backs against the man.
Right.
And then that's on that bull dice on. That bull dice thrown out the goddamn door.
You kick me, man. Tell me. No, you right.
Hey, that was just the funniest thing I seen. Oh, man, I had to watch that about 10 times. I ain't know the hell about it. That shit was funny as hell.
Hell,
I damn near want to watch it again.
I don't want to watch it.
That's where the scripture say to enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, you must first bind up that strong man. And having us go into the military and putting us out our own house, you know what I'm saying? But that's how they and to bind something, that means you tie it down tight. You know what I'm saying? And we've been had the, you know what I'm saying, them straps on us since the 1970s. Them straps have been down tight on us. And you can tell through the feminist movement and all that, you know what I'm saying, the women's rights movement, the equal job, equal pay, knowing damn well they don't do the same job, you know what I'm saying, to get the same pay and all that. That's how any of that even got to be, because they bonded down, they bonded down this strong man and spoiled his goods. And you can really tell that our goods have been spoiled just from every video that we played tonight, from the Brittany Griner to that dyke getting thrown out, to all them bull dykes making that praise dance song for Brittany Griner. But yet, like we said earlier, it's so many black and brown men still locked up in America for selling weed. The man in Mississippi got life for 2 ounces of weed. You know what I'm saying? We got our brothers and sisters on the border, like men, women, and children locked in cages on the border and didn't even have no weed. They was just coming over here trying to find a better way of life.
Right. But if I could, I'm gonna go to the next video. We got one more after this one.
All right, if I could real quick, that police officer hopped out that car like he wanted to shoot somebody.
Mm-hmm. That's true. See, and the thing about this,
They weren't doing nothing but drenching them in water.
This is the funny thing. All they was doing was having a water fight. Would they rather us have a shootout?
Right.
Would they rather us have a shoot? And that's what them people
right there.
If I may, that's what they was out there thinking.
Yeah,
that's
right there at the end when
the police came, that's why they drenched them in water and sprayed them too. Cause they like, damn, like, would y'all rather us kill each other or just be playing in the street with water guns? Like, damn, can we have a little fun? Can we just have just a little bit of fun without y'all coming to try to shoot somebody, man? What you gonna say? Oh, he had a water gun, I had to shoot him, he was gonna spray me in my eye. The fuck out of here, man. Like, damn, can we do anything? Can black people do anything without white people coming and trying to destroy the shit?
Straight up. Yeah, cause at the end right there, he hopped out that car like he was ready to shoot somebody.
Right. And if I could, we got the scriptures for days. Because, like, damn, can we just have a little bit of fun? We can't even have a little bit of fun without the so-called white man coming to try to make us look like we just the evilest people on earth. We outside, okay, yeah, it's 100 of us with water guns. Damn, we got water guns. You gonna pull up and try to arrest somebody? We got water guns. We playing with water guns and water hoses and jugs of water. You gonna lock one of us up for it? What are you here for? What are you even here for? And that's why they sprayed the water on the police officer.
Hey, the way that summer heat was hitting this summer, you know what I'm saying? It's like damn, why not have a water gun?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why not have that water fight? Because that's something heat be hitting.
Right.
Especially if you're down south in Tennessee, Texas, Mississippi, all them down south areas. That'd be hot.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, damn, they can't just have a water.
I got that sister though. If you want.
It's on the screen too. You don't see it on the screen?
Kind, I see it on the screen. I like to read it from my phone though, so like it.
No, it's all good. I'm just making sure you can see it.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes. It's the book of Ecclesiastes 7, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart.
The oppression makes a wise man mad. These people out here is in the world. They in the goddamn world, and they understand something ain't right. They in the world, and they understand something not right. Otherwise, they would have never even risked wedding and drenching a police officer in water. But they realized, like, man, we just having a water fight, man. We having a water fight. We playing. It's a hood affair. We just look at number black. They just having fun. Ain't nothing illegal going on. They just playing with water guns. And the police had to pull up to try to lock somebody up. So guess what they did? They turned the water guns on the police. You mean, look how he hopped out. He was kill somebody over a water gun. Had to think about it. Like, oh, I'm spend the rest of my life in jail.
He was mad.
Come on, man. What you gonna shoot somebody that got a water gun? And that's what I'm saying. All this stuff going on with police killing black people. We tired of it. They tired of it, man. That's why they did that. They tired of it. Like, damn, we just having a water fight. You gonna pull up, so we gonna wet you too. And that's why the scripture said what it said. Oppression makes a wise man mad. Because it don't even take a lot of wisdom to understand that black people is oppressed. So these people, they ain't in the truth, but they got enough wisdom to know that they being oppressed. Because why we can't even have a water fight on the block? Like, come on, man. Why y'all got to pull up with y'all lights flashing like we selling dope? Come on, man. Get out of here. Shit, crazy. But yeah, though, if you ain't got nothing else, we can go to the last video.
Yeah, we can go to the next video.
Yeah, and this last video is, I mean, it's from a movie, but it's just like the whole point of it is the simple fact the AHBK was sent by the Most High in Christ to save black people from all the stuff we bring out on these videos, all the stuff that's going on in the world. You feel me? Because everybody had their turn. Everybody had their turn. And now, after we done, Christ comes.
What's up, young blood?
What's up?
Swam, my brother?
Nah, one thing.
Now, let me tell you something. If you hit a man in time, his wounds will heal. And if you steal from a man, you can replace what you steal. And always cross in the green, never in between. Honorable Elijah Muhammad Ali floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee.
Just thinking about spending another minute with Farrakhan made me never want to do time in the joint again.
Boy, am I happy to see you, man. And always remember, my brother, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack, get a dog a bone, 2000 party, oops, out of time, my bacon smelling fine.
That's your boy. That's your boy right there. Hey, but look, that I'm playing that video in the podcast because them is the people who y'all look up to. All these fake conscious community people, the Marcus Garvey followers, Egyptologists, all that stuff failed. All that stuff failed, and the Wayans brother was exposing that in the 90s. The Wayans brothers is way before their time. The stuff they was putting out in the movies and TV shows was way before their time. And this scene was heavier than people thought. Because this scene was showing that, man, we don't know what the hell we doing. And we don't know what we following. We just trying to do anything just to seem like we doing the right thing. But the AHBK is the home of the truth.
What's up, young blood?
What's up?
Swam?
I thought they weren't supposed to eat pork.
Now, let me tell you something.
Right.
Hit a man in time, his wounds will heal.
And the funny thing about that is, a lot of Muslims, especially here in America, they do eat pork.
They do eat pork and have sex with white women.
In the green.
Like, yeah.
Never in between.
And have sex with white women. Yeah.
And what he say, always crossing the green, but never in between. They run red lights. They run red light. Muslims run red light. That's why he looking like that. Look at his face. Look at Marlon. Sean Wayne's face.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad Ali.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad Ali. Who the hell is that? They just worship. That's what I say. But no, that's why this scene's so funny, because they just worshiping anything that sounds blackity black. It don't even matter if it's helping us in the long run.
Looks like a butterfly and stings like a bee.
Just thinking about spending another minute with Farrakhan made me never want to do time in the joint again.
Boy, am I happy to see you, man. And always remember, my brother, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, knick-knack.
What the hell does Dr. Seuss got to do with anything? He quoting Dr. Seuss. Man, all right, man.
Right. That's that jailhouse wisdom.
Because Muslims is a jailhouse gang. That's all it is, man. It ain't got nothing to do with no savior.
Right.
That's where he found that shit at, in jail. He found that shit in prison, man.
Right.
Yeah, you can read that for me one time.
Got 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9.
Yeah, but you got to understand that every religion, every organization had their turn. Black Panthers, gangs, Crips, Bloods, all that stuff. Everybody had their turn to wake black people up and get black people, Hispanics and Native Indians, on the right track. And nobody succeeded.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. For I think that God has set forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death.
It say last, right? We was last.
Last.
AHYASAYAP started in 1969. What happened before 1969? You had black churches. Extremist preachers is what they call. That's what Malcolm X did. He was. Malcolm X's father was an extremist preacher. That's what they call it, a black extremist preacher. Where you teach the Bible, but in like not a Christian-y, goody two-shoes way. You had Marcus Garvey. You had Nation of Islam, Malcolm X. You had so many different black so-called leaders before the AHYASAYAP was even established. And they all failed because the Bible said that God has set for us the apostles, which is the AHYASAYAP. We are the apostles. Last. You go ahead.
As it were appointed to death, for we all made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men.
They say we were made as a spectacle. The AHYASAYAP, the Command Johanna, we are a spectacle to the world. You know what a spectacle means? It means something exhibited to view as unusual, notable, or entertaining. And that's exactly what we are. We done went viral more times than a little bit. And AHYASAYAP, the Command Johanna, we done went viral more times than your Christian church ever went viral. You feel me? We got more people watching us than you would ever watch a Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam, I didn't even know they still around. You feel me? We are a spectacle unto the world, man. We are what's hot. That's basically what we was popping. This is basically what Paul's saying. You feel me? The apostles, the priests of the Lord is what's popping. We the ones everybody talking about. Ice Cube was tweeting about us. Ice Cube was tweeting about us. Kendrick Lamar. You feel me? All these famous people, Nick Cannon, they tweeting and quoting us. Deshaun Jackson, the NFL players, they quoting us because we are a spectacle unto the world, man. ESTG and fucking Moneybag Yo now, they dressing like us in they fucking video. We've been dressing like that since 1969. Master P and all of them dressing like us. The fuck out of here, man. Stop it, man. Because we a spectacle unto the world, man. But that's all I had on that.
I'm gonna read verse 10 for you too, because verse 10 is heavy too.
Oh yeah, hold on, wait. Let me switch it over. I could real quick. All right, you go ahead.
All right, 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 10. We are fools for Christ's sake.
Right, that's exactly what it is.
But ye are wise in Christ.
Everybody think what we doing is crazy. Wearing headpieces, not shaving our beards, not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, not having sex with white women. They think we are crazy. But actually, we are fools for Christ's sake. What you doing? All right, cool. We fools for Christ's sake.
Yeah, we are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
We are despised. We are considered weak for being fools for Christ's sake, for not submitting to what this world has to offer, man. You are honorable for being a sinner, but we despise because we teach the truth and keep the truth. Are you kidding me, man? Are you outside your goddamn brain cells, man?
And if I could real quick, but we are despised. We go out there on the street corner, tell blacks, Hispanics, natives that we are the greatest people on the face of this earth, and they look at us like we just crazy niggas yelling on the corner. You know what I'm saying? They despise us. The most we tell the white man he the goddamn devil. The Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't give us as much play as blacks, Hispanics, and natives do when we tell our own people that we're the greatest people on the face of this earth. They despise us for saying that. They despise us when we tell them that this white Jesus is not the real Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's Caesar Borgia. This is a fake Christ. This is why we look at white people like they gods, because of this Jesus right here. And we throw that Jesus halfway down the goddamn block, and they despise us for that. So like it. So that's all I have.
All right, well, that's it. You know, Crowd Spell Night episode 20. Tune in every Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Shalom, Israel.